Okay, so I've quickly gone through and added in all of this animation. Now what I've done is I've just added in the lip syncing. I've also removed all of the keyframes from the small ones and just moved them down a little just to make them feel a little bit more sad. Now if you've gone and added in the sad phoneme library, then you obviously would have used that during this animation. But as I didn't go ahead and create that, I've just done that as a quick way to make him look a little bit more sad. So I'm just going to quickly preview this through, and we're going to discuss the errors and stuff that you'll notice while you're playing back, and we're also going to discuss a few of the more advanced things that I've done.
I was adorable once. Now, look at me. I'm this short, fat, insecure, middle-aged thing.
Okay, so we've previewed this through, and first thing you'll notice is it's not a very good animation. Now part of that is because I didn't spend a lot of time creating this, because it's a tutorial and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. But the big problem is that with Blender, the preview is not the same as the final. So when you're playing it through, it actually cuts out a bit. It doesn't quite look right, but when you render your animation, it looks perfectly fine. Now the reason behind that is when you're previewing, all of these bones are controlling the mesh individually. So they've all got to deform the mesh, they've got to deform it a certain amount, and they've got to interpolate between the two keyframes. So that's what's happening. Depending on how powerful your graphics cards and CPU are, is how good your preview will be. But I don't believe it will ever be the same as the render. So when you go through a bit slower, so you can see going through a bit slower, you can see all of the poses done, and you can also see as you come towards the end, they start to be a little bit more spread out, and you get a little bit of double ups. Now the reason behind this is at the end he's starting to get a bit more agitated, so the words are becoming drawn out. So short becomes short, fat, insecure. He's stressing the first syllable of each word. So that's something that you definitely want to pay attention to. When you do something such as short, you're going to have several syllables for the sh. Now a sh is basically a S with the teeth lifted up. So I actually came in and if I bring up my teeth, you can see I brought up the bottom teeth just so I can get that sh sound. I mean, I could have kept it in a bit longer, but as I said, I didn't spend a whole lot of time. I do recommend you spend at least an hour tweaking this and getting it to look perfect, not just go through, so this is it, that syllable, add it in, next syllable, add it in, next syllable, add it in. Of course you can do that, but once you've done that, you do need to go back and refine it to make it as good as you possibly can. Okay, so we are almost done here. One last tip I'm going to give you is if we select our eye layer, I'm just going to quickly show you how to blink. So if we select our eyelids, we can go Control L, well Shift L I should say, add new, F6, call this one here, eyes open, and if we just make sure we close these, Cool, so something like that. And we can now go Shift L, add new, F6, and we're going to call this one here Eyes Closed. Now we can make our character blink very easily by deleting those keyframes. What we're going to do is go Control L, make them open, Control L, eyes closed, Control L, eyes opened. Okay, so that is how you add in a blink. And you can see if I go too fast you can't actually see it, but the blink is there. A blink is very fast. A blink is obviously a lot faster than what we're animating, but as we're limited to have many frames, it's good just to draw them out a little bit further. Now also, bear in mind that the blinks do have emotion. If your character is reminiscing on his past, as he is in the start, or he's feeling a bit sad, lonely, depressed, all that kind of thing, his blinks are going to be very slowed down. So it'll be eyes open, eyes closed, eyes open. Whereas over this end, where you start to get a little bit more agitated, the blinks are going to be fast and they're going to be more than one. So his blinks will be something such as, if I go, I'm just going to quickly turn off that audio scrubbing. Okay. Alright, so where's my keyframe? There it was. Let's go back to there. Go forward a little bit. Control L. Oh, of course you need to select your eyelids. That one. Forward a bit more. Alt G. Control L. Alt G. Now you can see he's double blinking, and it's going to be quite fast when he's agitated. He's going to blink 2 or 3 times at once, and he's definitely going to look a bit more frustrated. It's going to be fast. It's not going to be slow blinks as if he's sad or in love or whatever. So yeah, just bear that in mind. I'm sure you guys can figure out the rest of the animations. This was limited to phonemes and getting our phoneme libraries and those libraries all set up. So I hope you guys have learnt something. Something I would definitely recommend is you guys should definitely have a bit of a challenge. I like to leave you guys with a challenge. So you guys should try your new skills at lip syncing by entering this month's 11secondclub.com competition. Now, what they do there is basically they give you an audio clip, you animate it to it, and you upload it online. And then the community comes along and tells you this is what you can do to improve. That's fantastic, and you'll be really surprised at how much more you'll learn when you actually put your skills to the test. So that's all for today. I hope you guys had fun. And yeah, my name's Alex Telford. You guys have a good night.